Hey, this is Seth Green here, and today I'm here to talk to you about Fellow, your professional relationship manager. This is Inez. She's one of our amazing super users. Inez says LinkedIn is like the phone book, right? You don't have the opportunity to tag it or do campaigns out of it. Of 1,500 emails we sent out with Fellow, I had 400 responses. That's an insanely high response rate, by the way. Most people, over 20, that's like 25%. A lot of people would be thrilled just to get 25% open rate, let alone a 25% response rate. The best part, a lot of them were from people that she had not talked to in 30 years. Who are we? Why are we talking to you today? I'm Seth Green. I'm the guy on the right. That's me with my wonderful wife, Rebecca, and my awesome kids, Max, Ella, and Lily, at my first Barnes & Noble book signing for my 7th book, Market Domination for Podcasting. On the left is Kurt. Kurt is the founder of Fellow, the inventor of the software that you're about to learn about, the professional relationship management software. He was a corporate recruiter, a headhunter for decades, still is, and created the software because he kept telling his executives that were looking for a new role that they should be doing this type of thing, but they would never, very rarely, do the actual work. So Kurt invented a software to automate the whole process and then joined forces with us to turn it into a business-to-business marketing gold mine. The first thing you've got to do, whether you use the software or not, is export your connections out of LinkedIn. And you want to start with your first-degree connections, but ultimately you should export them all. Now, why is it important to export out your connections from LinkedIn? Because right now, LinkedIn owns your data. They own all your connections. They could decide to shut you off tomorrow. So you want to make sure you have that file so that they can't turn you off. And number two, because we're going to communicate them off of LinkedIn. You'll see if you send people LinkedIn messages, here's me messaging Peter Pappas saying, hey, I have a client who'd like to interview you for a book on October 28th. And March 29th, he got back to me. Literally like November, December, January, February, 5 months later. People don't check their LinkedIn mail. So you've got to get your connections off of LinkedIn. Then you've got to know who's in your network. So when you import your connections into the Fellow professional relationship management software, you can then sort them by what profession they are, by whether you know them or not, by whether they're attorneys or C-suite or business owners or HR or whatever they might be, whether they're a prospect, whether they're a client. You can create custom tags in the software to label all of your people the right way. And that's really important because you want to make sure you send the right message to the right people. A campaign I would send to C-suite executives is not what I would send to a landscaper, to use an extreme example. So you've got to export your first degree connections out of LinkedIn and start with your first degree because you've got the best chance of actually knowing them. You've got to know who's in the network. That's where you sift and sort. And then you've got to add value. And with the Fellow software, you're going to communicate with them directly via email, not LinkedIn, because people don't check their LinkedIn messages, as you saw. You're going to communicate with them directly into their inbox. There is no spam. There is no Gmail promotions tab. That is an email that the software sends. It goes straight to their inbox. And don't do what I did. The first campaign I ever sent was, hey, you and I are connected on LinkedIn. I'd like to jump on a call for 15 minutes to see if it would make sense for us to become more connected outside of LinkedIn. Are you open to this? Now, there were a whole lot of people, even in my first degree connections, that I didn't know. And I got 19 appointments in 24 hours booked thanks to sending out this message. However, I could have gotten a lot more. What I realized is I tried to get married on the first date. And I didn't ask her name. I didn't buy her a drink. I didn't take her to dinner and a movie. I didn't meet her parents. Forgive the dating analogy. What I've done since then is every week I send out an article. So, for example, for my attorneys, I might send an article about a big case. I might send an article about trends in attorney marketing. I might send out an article about the Bar Association. I keep sending articles that I think, hey, do you think is this relevant to you? Does this relate to you? I saw this and thought of you. I'm adding value. I'm adding value. And then after 3 weeks of sending articles, then I'll send a request. Hey, let's jump on a call and see if it makes sense, because I've added value first. I found that works a whole lot better. So Fellow is the professional relationship management software that was originally built for executive job seekers that we've turned into a business-to-business marketing gold mine, because now you can take those dormant, inactive LinkedIn connections that you've never done anything with and turn them into real relationships with real opportunities for your business. Again, make sure you add value first. Don't spam people. Don't come off as a salesperson right away. Make sure you add value each step of the way before you ever ask for anything. This is Mark, who says my LinkedIn database had people I had literally never met before in my life. How many of you meet that criteria, right? I certainly, with 5,000 plus 5,000 connections, there are a whole lot of people there I have no idea. And you can't do a broadcast with your LinkedIn database. First campaign Mark did got him an invitation to join a board as an advisory member of a software integration company. And a few campaigns later, he had 5 solid opportunities. So it works if you work it. What's your alternative? You could use LinkedIn Premium, which is, I am a LinkedIn Premium member. It's primarily aimed at job seekers. However, the downseek, you can use it for business-to-business marketing. The downfall of LinkedIn Premium is you can't organize your contacts. You can't send a bulk email to your network. There's no advice or tech support to help you. You don't own your contacts. LinkedIn does. The recipient can only see their message when they're signed into LinkedIn Mail or LinkedIn Messenger, which nobody does, as you saw. And the person has to respond to the in-mail inside of LinkedIn. It's a waste of time and a waste of money. There is one benefit to LinkedIn Premium, in my opinion. What I use it for is it will tell you who's viewed your profile. So every day I check and see who's viewed my profile, and then I reach out to them. I will send them a message. Then I'll send them I'll find see if I can find an email contact for them or a phone number, or I'll Google them and I'll follow up. So it's useful for that. If you've got people, I may have 40 or 50 people a day checking out my profile because it's optimized for that. If you've got that, then you should have LinkedIn Premium. If you're not getting a lot of people viewing your profile, LinkedIn Premium probably is a waste of your money, which is why you need Fellow, the professional relationship management software. And Jeff Hines says, thanks to Fellow, I now have all my connections in one spot. I keep in touch with them. I'm able to run specific campaigns. It is a night and day difference. I talk more frequently to my network now, and it's been hugely beneficial. Some of those contacts are very high level. Another thing I'm going to toss out at you is Jeff says, I talk more frequently to my network now. If you don't actually use the software, it won't work. If you just let it collect dust on your computer, I can't help you. You've got to actually use it and use it the way we recommend it in order to turn those contacts, those connections into real opportunities. So there are other CRMs on the market like Salesforce, but don't worry, this isn't $300 a month. And Salesforce doesn't do what Fellow, the professional relationship management software, is. And it's not even a fraction of $299 a month. It's literally $19.95 a month. I think that's like less than 10%. So for $20 a month, skip a Starbucks or two, you can have a professional relationship manager that can dramatically increase your business and your network. If you enroll now, you can get a 14-day free trial and communicate to 200 of your connections during that free trial. And then after the 14-day free trial, once your credit card gets charged, then you can communicate with all of your people. However, again, you can't be spammy. Don't go upload 5,000 connections that you've never met and start messaging them. Start with your first-degree connections. Build value from there, because if you start spamming everybody under the sun with the software, because again, it goes to their inbox. If you start spamming people, our verified domain will get affected. You'll ruin it for everybody. So again, baby step, start with the people in your first degree connections. Now, there is an elite option. The elite option includes everything in the professional level, plus live chat customer support. The Fellow team will review every message you send out, and you can get one-on-one live tech support. For the additional hand-holding and labor, it's only $49.95 a month. So either $20 or 50 months, it's $50 a month. It's a bargain either way. I'll leave you with the rest of Inez's testimonial, where she says, I'm now close to having 5,000 real contacts. When I started 2 years ago, I had 500. So you don't need to start with a giant list of first-degree connections to make this work. In 2 years, she's 10x'd her contacts and exploded her business, and you absolutely can too. Go get started. Click the link. Get your 14-day free trial. Go get it now, and we'll see you inside.